Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer, welcome back to Farming Simulator 19, and welcome back to the Geiselsberg map. A couple things are different. Can you spot them? They're very subtle. Tiny, tiny changes to the map, but you may be able to pick up on them. Right. End of last episode, I realized this meadow right up here, next to where we have our sheep, this meadow could work for us. And it did. Now, off camera, after I had started building things, I realized, wait a minute, there's meadows and fields all over this map. And I did prowl around. I don't know if you're getting a cursor right now. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. I looked at field 20, field 21, field 26. These all have a pretty steep slope to them. I don't think either of these, any of these would have worked, even though they're a lot closer to our farm down south. And other than that, there really aren't that many flat fields on the map that are close to anything. You know, if there's a flat field up here, like in this top corner, well, that does us no good at all. It's not close to any area that we spend any time in. So I feel like this field over here, where we did build, I feel like this is, we just got really lucky because we already owned it. Now, I did have to buy this forestry area, and I'll tell you why. I will tell you why. In Farming Simulator 19, with their busted placeable system and terrain sculpting that really doesn't work, very often, if you have an area that you want to terraform and it's next to an area that you don't own, it won't let you do any type of sculpting or painting at all, even if it is 100% in your area. So when we put our BGA in here, oh, by the way, we put a BGA in here. When we put this in, this area right over here, it's still not done yet. I need to smooth it a little bit. Smooth it. But right over here, I couldn't round this off. I couldn't plant any grass. So we bought this forestry area. And I thought, you know what? What the hell, man? Let's do some logging. I hate logging. I hate it. I really, really do. I'm not very good at it. I find it very frustrating. But let's do it. You know, we've done a lot of other things in this series. And this map is certainly, obviously, built for logging. It really, really is. I mean, when you look at the map, in fact, we'll go here. When you look at the map, look how much forestry there is, right? And we rented equipment, but there's plenty of trees and plenty of money to be taken out of this map. So first thing we'll do is we'll sell the logs that we have in the trailer, because I know that can go smoothly, and I know we can pull that off, no problem. Let's get the HUD back on. Let's get the brake off. The brake is off, and here we go. So I know we can do this. And then I'll tell you a little bit about what else we've been doing, and also what's going on sort of in the near future with this map, and what we think we're going to do with it, and what we think is going to happen. So I did build this little power company up here, and I believe, well, the forestry area that we're clearing out now, I won't do it all on camera, but I'm going to cut down every tree back there. I'm going to take out all the stumps, and I am going to convert it to meadow. And the reason is the meadow that we put the power company in used to be grass. I would like to recover that grass somehow. So we will plant an area equal to the area that we gave up, right? We'll plant that with grass, and we'll sort of be back where we started, in addition to the money that we made from the wood. I want grass, and it'll connect all the way out to the field further west, northwest. I want grass because I want to be able to mow grass and get it into the bunker quickly and easily, so we can start using that BGA that we bought to make energy. There are also some very big fields up here that I think would be great to put corn in for silage, and I think we can really just make a fortune with that little energy company. I call it that. I mean, we've got a BGA, a wind turbine, and some solar panels. That's a power company. We've also got Stevie's heating plant for wood chips, and yeah, close enough. So we can definitely make money up there. Now, here's the problem. We've done some building, and Geiselsberg, I got a comment from a regular viewer, one of my longtime viewers from early days, and they said Geiselsberg isn't testing on the mod hub, and it is. Now, very often when a map converts to seasons or to 1.1, bug fixes, what have you, you can use the same save game. Other times you cannot. Very often a map maker will move some things around, so what used to be a shed is now a field, What used to be a field is now a shed. And if you leave your vehicles there, they end up, clipped through the wall, and you got to sell them, and it's just a big pain. Okay, 14 grand. We're actually making some money from wood. We've got some money in equipment rental right now, but we are making money. We're going to do okay. So we've all been through this. Sometimes you can preserve your save game. Sometimes you cannot. Now, if we go to seasons, we're going to lose all the crop we have in the fields. And what I would most likely do is bring it all in before we move over to that converted map, just in case. Well, not even just in case. We'll definitely lose all the crops that we have in the field. So we'll harvest all of our canola before we switch over to the new map. That's just common sense. But I don't want to, like, even vehicles, right? You buy tons and tons of vehicles and equipment as you move through the life cycle of a farm. And then if you have to start over and buy all that equipment at once, you've brought it down to your farm, like one piece at a time, one piece per session, one piece per hour, I don't know, whatever. But then if you have to buy it all at once, it's like you just need to drive it all down over and over and over. It can be very, very tedious. And also these areas that we built, right? I don't necessarily want to have to rebuild all this. So this is all the building that we're going to do. And if for some reason, after it converts to seasons, we cannot preserve this save game, I have an idea of how I would like to restart Geiselsberg, right? So I'm not done with this map yet. I want to keep working on it. And we've done 14, I believe 14, 15 episodes. We could, in theory, close it out and say, that's the life of this farm. But I feel like the map is too big and too good, and there are too many things that we haven't done yet to do that. So regardless of whether we can keep this save game or not, I would really like to keep this map going. And, well, it's not just that I really want to. We're going to. We're going to keep this map going. So let's do this. We're going to park this right here. We're going to drop it. Let's get this out of the way. Yep, I've got the little chipper up here. I did do some trees by hand. And, you know what, we can just pull right through here. I did do some trees by hand, just with the chainsaw. I did some trees with the saw on the skid steer. And when you do that, when you're not using the automatic harvester or semi-automatic harvester, when you do that, you very often end up with... No, there we go. Wrong button. You very often end up with little pieces. And there was no place to put them, so I went ahead and got the little chipper, the fixed chipper, so that we could get rid of those little pieces. Because, man, I don't know if it's just the OCD and the autism, but I think that's why logging does not work for me. I really do. I'm not kidding. Because it's in some ways just so non-linear. It's hard for me to process some of the things that happen when you're logging. Now, I've never tried this thing before. We're going to see how it works. Because... Give it. Is that not how it works? I could have sworn that was how it works. Okay. Well, I guess we're not going to try it. I saw this thing in the store. Hang on a minute. We need to lower it. Yeah. I knew there was a way to do it. And there's not a way to do it. I could have sworn. Okay. Oh, now we've done it. I could have sworn this thing just hooked up to a regular trailer. The reason I brought this over... Well, this is embarrassing. The reason I brought this over is as we've been pulling our trailer out into the forestry area, we have been getting caught on stumps, which is why I rented this Challenger, and I wanted to get at least part of our trailer onto tracks. No, we got to get the dolly again. Okay. Yeah, it's been like that. This is not unusual. It's not like everything was going smooth till I started recording. Things have been really... I've been really fighting it today. So we get that. Let's get this out of the way. We'll pull this right up here. Park that. Set the brake. Turn it off. I do have to come back in and do quite a bit of sculpting to smooth all this out. Man, I get so frustrated with the placeable system. I really don't know what Giants was thinking. I mean, maybe it'll be ready by 2021, but at the moment, it's just really, it's not very good. I think they would have been better off, honestly, had they come up with, I don't want to say a dumbed down version, but had they come up with maybe a different UI or like Giants Editor Lite, where you, rather than placing things in game, you would be placing them in Giants Editor, but not the full-blown Giants Editor, because that's, I know, kind of complicated and tricky for a lot of people to handle. Let's just pull this over here right now while we're here. Right, you know what I mean? That there would be, you're still in Giants Editor, you're not in-game, but it's simplified in a way that if you want to place a BGA or if you want to place a bunker, you can do it, and then when you're done, when you're happy with everything, then you hit save, right? And that's your map. Because the way it is now, with there not being a Control-Z of any kind, to me, it's just terrifying. And it shouldn't be, right? It really shouldn't be terrifying to... Moment. There we go. And then this one is up and down. Yeah. It shouldn't be terrifying to place an object in a video game. It really shouldn't, but because you can do so much damage so fast, for me, it really is. It's unnerving, and I hate doing it, and I have to, really confirm many, many times that I do have a save game on my desktop and that I'm not going to lose this map, and I almost did last time. Go right in here. A little too far. Give it. Give it. Are we even close? We're not even close. Moment. This will smooth out once I get my rhythm here. That right there. There it is. There it is. So yeah, it's I feel like there really needs to be a better system. And maybe there will be, either in a patch or in Farm Sim 2021. But you know what? In the meantime, lift this up a little bit. Up, I said. There you go. In the meantime, it's our Farm Sim. What can you do? It is what it is. So we'll do a little logging, and this is probably going to be a one-time deal. Although, this thing, certainly, this thing that we're in right now, what are we even calling this? I know it's got an official name. But whatever it is, it makes logging tolerable for me, because without it, it's too frustrating. All right, so we go here, and we go there. And I do want to, pick this up just a little bit more. These little ones, we'll go ahead and, let's just get them out of the way. So if we come in here, we can, It was very close to the ground. Right in here. Lower. Get lower. There you go. And I'm not running any kind of a strength. Where'd my tree go? There it is. I'm not running any kind of a strength mod right now. I do think it's cool that you can now pick these up by hand, because really, and when you look at the size of this tree, any reasonable, healthy adult would be able to pick this tree up. Or if not pick it all the way up, then at least drag it. So we'll get it over here into the chipper. And I'm just trying to keep things neat. Like I said, between the OCD and the autism, logging is like, it's just, can be very, very challenging. But what can you do? Now, I don't want to take down all these trees. I want to leave some along the fence line over behind our sheep farm, so that it doesn't look, kind of blighted. I want to keep it looking pretty. We'll just carry this over our head, or run this over to the chipper. You know what I mean? Some trees along the fence line. I don't. I know a lot of farmers are very much into environmentalism and nature and green stuff. That's how they. Oh dear. Problematic. All right, that was almost the end of us. We almost got pulled into a wood chipper. That's a hell of a way to die. Right. So we've got, looking here, we've got, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 big trees. Let's get those all knocked down, loaded up. How are we doing on time? We're already at 15 minutes, so this is working perfectly. And when I say perfectly, I mean barely. All right, so we go right in here. And out to the side. Beautiful. Like so. There we go. We'll make a little pile there. Now the first logs that I cut by hand, right, we weren't limited to the 8-meter length. They were a bit longer, and I did get a little bit more money for them, but I also did stack the trailer higher. It wasn't as pretty. I wanted to have a kind of a decent looking moment. Down, I said. Not that far. Here we go. What's the problem? Why are we not? Give it. Got it? Nope, we don't got it. Why can't we get it? What's the dysfunction? What's going on here? We off to the side. Moment. We're gonna solve this. I want this tree now. There it is. So take this out here. There we go. Beautiful. Like so. Are we getting our big trees? There's that one. There's that one. That one I want to leave. Everything to the left of that sort of. It's almost like a path. Looks like. Everything to the left of that, I'd like to leave. Like so. There. Easy Pete's. Okay. Right through there. Right through there. That was a very big tree. I love it. I love it. So yeah, before we almost got sucked into the wood chipper, I was saying that farmers do tend to like green things in my experience. So I don't know that we as farmers would want just a completely, barren field. I think some trees along the fence line would be certainly a lot prettier, a lot easier on the eyes. Get that through there. Through there. There you go. One more. Beautiful. And then let's do this one right here. And I think that's all. Yeah, because we got another row of small ones in the middle before we get to the big ones again. Right, like so. Like so. Off to the side. There you go. And then this one over here. All right, that's pretty big. And I think that's going to be just about a full trailer. Maybe one more. So go right here. All right. Whoa, easy. Go right there. That's pretty big. And we're leaving that one. Is that right? We're leaving that one. I think we might be taking that one. Let's get that one too. So we go right here. Right, like so. And then that one. Or, yeah, at least one, maybe both of those. All right. Here. This one. All right. Nope, too far. There we are. This way. Beautiful. And we got one more. Yeah, we'll do one more. Right, like so. And is that gonna do it? Yeah. Yeah, for this episode, I think it will. Where are we at on time? 23 minutes. Perfect. We'll get all these gathered up. And we'll head down to the sell point one more time. And we'll call it. And then I'll keep working in here off camera. This sort of folded up a little bit. Beautiful. Right over here. So many stumps to grind. This is going to be... That's going to take a minute. Because there's no... As far as I know, there's no automated way to do that. You just need to go in and one at a time grind stumps down. I'm curious. Oh, we're not even... I was looking... Yeah, we'll show you on this map. I was curious, like, how far are we in? We're maybe 10% of the way through. God, there's so many trees on this map. Not a bad thing, but my goodness, there are some trees. Right. Like so. We're going to auto-load on the left. Okay, here we go. Brake is off. Let's do it. Now, you do have to go kind of slow with this thing because it, like I said, it doesn't attach the logs to the trailer the way some auto-load does. So they're still sort of floating around in there. And if you're moving or if you're moving too fast, they'll kind of bounce a bit rather than settling down. And speaking of settling down, see if we can get things to sort of, you know what I mean? Get low. All right. I cut way more logs than are going to fit on here. Okay, that's all right. Well, I think we're just about almost loaded. I mean, we can overload a little bit because they can't really fall off. It just keeps putting them on there. That is... Oh, no, we got space. Let's go a little higher. We ain't as scared. So we go right here. That is bugging my OCD. I don't know if we can get that off there manually. Hang on. Let's do this. Okay. It fell off and then it put it back on in a better place. Beautiful. That was kind of what I wanted. Yeah, that's loaded. So, we're going to stop auto-loading. And I guess we'll just take it over with the Challenger. I was going to swap it to the Deutz-Fahr, but there's no reason to. There we go. So, out through the gate here. How are we doing on time? 26 minutes. Oh. Steering is a little twitchy on the track, on the ZTR, but we'll make it. So we go through here, and I will. I can't say that I'll be done with this by next episode because there's probably several hours, a minimum of several hours of logging in there. Auto load certainly helps, and using that automatic harvester certainly helps. I know we're not getting as much as if we hand cut the logs to be a couple meters longer, but I can't hand load logs. It would take me, I'd be back there for a month to get all that wood loaded up. So we'll continue. I'll continue working off camera. We'll get that done, and we'll just monitor as far as as far as the new version of the map with seasons. Let's get back on the road here. As far as the new version, when it's available, it'll be available, and we'll see if we can preserve our save game. And if we can't, I've got a new starting point that I think is going to be... it'll almost be like starting a new map. For one thing, we'll have seasons, and also we'll be going in a completely different direction as farmers, and we'll be in a new area of the map that we haven't been in before. So I think when you put all that together, even if we do have to go with a new save game, we'll be fine. And I want to keep this map going. I'm still really, really enjoying it. All right, so we go right up here. You know what? Hang on. Moment, please. Let's go right over here. Where's the sun? It's right there. Let's go right over here. I'm going to quickly do a screenshot. I know it's kind of hokey, but it happens. You know what I'm saying? It's that YouTube life. So if we go right here and we turn off our HUD, like so, and then we come out here, that certainly looks like a screenshot. Fantastic. So then we go back in here, turn around in some random stranger's grass. Sorry. Wonder what kind of damage you would do to grass. I mean, I guess if you knew your neighbor, if you knew they really didn't care if you turned around in there, it wouldn't be that big a deal. But you could do some damage, could you not? I mean, you could literally cost somebody some money if you reduced their grass harvest from a field. It might only be by a few dollars, a few euro, but you know what? Money's money. People tend to get very serious about it. Right. Oh, what did we get? Hang on. Turn the HUD back on. 35 grand. 35 grand. Not bad. There you go, folks. Thanks for stopping back to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Farming Simulator 19. This is the Geiselsberg map, and we'll see you next time. Take care now.